Joni, take 10.
Okay, we'll start with Martin.
My name's Martin.
On guitar and bass, we got King of Gods, Martin Nash.
At my age, I'm 24.
Fuck yeah. My name's Cameron. I am one of the vocalists, and I play guitar, and I'm 22.
My name's Church. I'm the other vocalist. I play bass and guitar, and I'm 21.
My name's RJ. I'm not a vocalist. I play drums. I'm 21.
Our first show was September of last year.
Yeah.
But Connie has been like a project for like nearly 3 years. It's just kind of COVID. Yeah, the band started a week before the pandemic started, so that shut down everything pretty much. But yeah, so like as what Connie is today is started like I want to say September last year. So yeah.
And so you guys are very much a live band. How would you describe your performance on stage?
I don't know. Really think about it. Just kind of practice with people.
Yeah.
We've never really thought much about the performance aspects of it. Kind of just like whatever we think would be fun to do is how the live show ends up.
Yeah. I also just see it as like a big release.
Yeah.
In our lives, we're very calm people who are just very, I don't know, we're just very calm people, and like on stage we get to just like really like, I don't know, just have fun, let loose, hang out.
Yeah, what about your stage presence set you guys apart from other bands that are coming up right now?
I think obviously like just in terms of like aesthetic wise, like we wanted that juxtaposition of a very formal looking band. Like a lot of our favorite bands who like, I don't know, just like really shape who we are, like say like Talking Heads, like they always dress in like very like suits or like costumes. So we're like, we kind of like that, and like just yeah, I don't know, just having that like juxtaposition of like a very like kind of fast, like very kind of like abrasive and noisier band with like these kind of suits on. It was something that really like was one of the first pieces of putting together a live show we thought about. And
Well, the first show we just wanted something because we were like a musical guest at like a festival thing, a small like independent festival, and we wanted something to show that we were like the musical guest, and then we kind of just liked the way it looked, so we kept doing it.
We have a lot of just fun on
stage.
stage.
We're all like very close outside of the band, and I think like even if one of us like kind of fucks up on stage, we kind of just like get to laugh at it because it's just our friend like making a mistake.
We're gonna finish up kind of fiddling with this amp here and then go into another one. Are we good?
We kind of razz each other on stage a little bit.
Can you fucking hurry up? So I'm looking for a new band after this one because I don't want to do this again. So anyone who wants to be in a band.
It's like it's very easy to play with them because I can just look across and see. I live with Cameron, so it's very comforting as well. So I feel like that lets us kind of move around a little more and be a little less uptight than we would be if we had kind of just met through music.
part of the ethos band that really bleeds into our live performance, and like everything we do is community. So like we just really want as much as possible to get the crowd involved.
Oh, who's ready for another song? Say aye aye, Captain. Aye aye, Captain. I can hear you. Aye aye, Captain.
In any ways, and like very just like organic like stuff. It's like we will go into the crowd, we will talk to them during the set.
I'm sweaty. You guys sweaty? How sweaty are you?
We will kind of like egg them on, they egg us back on, and then just really like feeding off like what they're giving us, and then vice versa.
Under the sea.
it's more than just watching a band. Like this is like kind of like an experience. Like you're going and you're either like you're dancing or you're going to be in the mosh pit or you're going to be up the front, and like just kind of community aspect is big into our.
Early into playing shows, we saw like a lot of bands that had these like rehearsed theatrics that they'd kind of do, and there's nothing wrong with that. It just wouldn't feel right for us to kind of be in a character when we're on stage together.
Alright, thank you so much, Eric, for having us. The first song's called Joni.
This song's called Joni.
I already said that, fuck you, go.
It's Joni.
So I think Cameron and I will talk a lot about how we can change a song like live, and the first question we always ask each other is like, does that feel like a gimmick? Like, does that feel like something we would do off stage?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't, then we just don't do it. I think even like the stage banter is pretty conversational.
This song's called, whenever we start playing, it's called It Always Rains After Practice. Shout out to UC Music. Never mind, the song's called St. Louis.
Mainly because we're not that great at public speaking. So,
We try our best.
yeah.
How do we enjoy Mossland?
Oh my god!
How do we enjoy Heavenly Blue? You guys having a good time with the Painted Lady? Oh yeah, we are. Wait. Hey, give it up for the Painted Lady again.
And so you guys have nothing on Spotify or YouTube or anything.
Yeah.
Is that intentional?
No.
Not-
We're just really bad at working on shit.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we wanted to play live first, right before, like that was our priority.
Well, that wasn't the
before-
original plan. We actually wanted to hold off playing live until we had like an EP out.
Yeah.
And then Cameron and I worked on that over COVID, and when we first brought the songs into practice, because we got offered that show like last minute, we figured out that all of them just sounded completely different when we actually played them with people and not just off like a demo. So
Which worked
we
out
just kind
really
of
well.
now we tracked our first single live
Yeah.
as well, because we wanted to kind of not take away from how it feels to come see it.
Capture that energy.
yeah, like that was the biggest thing, just making sure like we are keeping true to the songs, and I feel like just figuring out how to do that was like the biggest thing that like held us back from releasing up until like just like a month from now. But
We got stuff on Bandcamp.
we have one song on Bandcamp. It's a fucking cell phone recording at one of our shows.
It was a VHS.
Yeah, VHS.
Yeah,
Our buddy
handy
Souren.
cam.
Shout out Souren. Yeah.
And so you have that single coming out on the 27th of July?
Yes. Yeah.
If all
What
goes
do you
well.
anticipate the reception to be? What are your hopes for it?
Grammy.
Yeah.
Juno.
Polaris Prize.
Yeah.
We're going to be EGOTs
Meeting with the
winners.
president, meeting with the
Oscar.
president.
Yeah.
Knighthood.
We like to joke. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know.
It just gives people a way to listen to us without having to come all the way out to a show, I guess, is the main thing.
Yeah.
We had a few people ask us when we're going to release stuff, and I guess just allowing them to listen to it without having to come all the way out to see us.
Yeah.
That's really all it is. We just want to have a concrete kind of version of the live show out there. We don't really hope for anything above just having that to point to.
I have one thing
Yeah, but
to hope for. As I mentioned before, big part of our band is community. So we've really built a great just group of people around us in the scene, or who come out to shows for the first time. It's like one of our shows, or they come to every show, and I don't know. So I just wanted to be kind of a big celebration of everybody who supported the band up until now, and yeah, just as a big hey guys, fucking thank you guys for allowing us and embracing us.
And how would you describe your sound?
RJ, do you want to start?
yeah, how do you
Yeah.
want to describe it?
Or sound.
Yeah, our sound.
Besides loud, I mean, I feel like whenever we put labels on our shit, it feels
not quite right, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't like really figured out like a way to describe what we sound like.
I
We
appreciate
do.
that like these guys are like open to like kind of like not just doing one thing. Like you kind of like, they're kind of like pretty open. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even like a punk drummer, right? And that's kind of like I'd say like, to put a label on our stuff, kind of like in that punk sphere. Like, I'm a jazz drummer.
I'd say we definitely have like a lot of different influences.
Yeah.
That we
really-
like
Sorry, go ahead.
that we just jam
together.
together.
For a really easy, like, headlineable version of it, I think it's just like a louder, faster version of whatever our favorite song of the week is. It's pretty much what we'll write. Like, we wrote our first song that we kind of wrote and had finalized as a band was Joni.
Yeah, and I don't know, it just, the song started off as just fucking, I was listening just to a lot of music, like a lot of Sonic Youth at the time. Yeah, this is a lot of music. I'm a big fan of music. No, I was just listening to like a lot of Sonic Youth at the time, a lot of folk music, and I started writing the bones of what is the second verse. And at this time, Martin was in the band, Benny was kind of in the band. We had a different drummer. We had a different drummer. And it was just kind of me and Church who were taking on a lot of the songwriting stuff. And I sent him the voice note, and I was like, hey, what do you think of this? And he's like, oh, that sounds fucking sick. And then we wrote it together over one night.
Old dorm.
Yeah, in this old dorm. And then, yeah, I don't know. But the song came to be what it is after we added everybody in the band who...
The second verse is very wordy and is like very like almost kind of scattered in a very intentional way. So when we sat down to kind of flesh out around that, it just became like, how do we give this like a kick, like a drive to it that like kind of bolsters up this second verse, and also like what do we want it to be about was a big thing. So yeah, that chorus, we kind of just, one of us said the first couple words of it, and the rest of the chorus just came really easy. And yeah, it's always been the first song we open with because we feel like it's the easiest like litmus test of like, are you going to enjoy the rest of the set, or should you maybe go to the patio with a beer? But yeah, no, and it was the first song we wrote properly as what we are now. But then we wrote a track like a couple months ago that was like pretty much like a goth rock song with Tim Edward.
Yeah.
And then our most recent song is like kind of like almost got a twang to it, like a country sort of thing.
Yeah, it's just
like cowboy chords.
We're big into just who you are, what you eat, I guess. Like, I don't know, like, it's why make 16 punk songs when we can make a fucking, like, kind of a Midwest emo track, and then, like, a fucking a little country kind of tune, and put it on the same set list, and then, like, I don't know. I think it's always, like, good to keep in faith that, like, audiences will enjoy stuff, and it just, like, they won't be, like, disgusted by, like, a fucking country tune coming on during a punk set, you know? Like, I don't think
we've ever had like a demo or like a chord progression come to the group and like had to turn it down because it didn't sound like us, because we'll just kind of always find a way to make it feel like us, even if it's a genre that we're not super used to, but we just want to make a song in. Yeah. But we're also not like a multi-genre band. I think there is some like substance that kind of ties them all together, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyways, that's that.
If it makes noise, it's good enough for us.
We're Wilco with buzz cuts.
None of us have buzz cuts.
That's the byline for the artist.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Connie is Wilco with buzz cuts.
Wilco with mullets. You don't have a mullet anymore.
they'd have mullets. They're fucking country, man.
Okay.
I spoke to Wyatt from Techno Westerns last week about mentioned you guys. And
Love little Wyatt.
He's a wholesome lad. But he described you guys as kind of Midwestern emo. Do you have a response to that?
Yeah, fuck you, Wyatt. Yeah. We'll see you in court, buddy.
Yeah, fuck off.
End of that.
Yeah.
Next question.
I don't think that's... I think it's definitely apt for a couple songs, and I think it's a very easy shorthand that can go hand in hand with a couple easy shorthands. If someone asked you what kind of show you were going to and you wanted to... I think that definitely works, but I don't feel comfortable giving us that label because I don't think we're emo enough.
There's definitely some influence there, but...
a lot of Cameron and I's favorite bands definitely fit that label. Yeah. So I think we borrow a lot from them, but I don't think we stick in that style enough for it to be.
Yeah. What's Midwest? What does Midwestern mean?
There you go. RJ doesn't know what that is.
American football?
Yeah.
American football.
Not the band, right? The band.
Not like the band. The band, not the sport.
Yeah, I know like Midwest, but
It just has that kind of...
Well, it's only real emo if it comes from the Midwestern region of...
Oh, is that
it's like
right?
wine. It's like kind of like you can't call it like Prosecco unless it comes from...
Damn, okay.
Are we in like the east, west, south, or north of Ontario?
We're like southern, bro. We're
Southern-Ontario Emo.
How the fuck do you not know that we're Southern Ontario? I don't know.
I don't live here. I don't look around.
We live together.
I know. Well, dude, do you think I'm waking up like, oh, buddy, I'm so excited to live in Southern Ontario? Yeah, like...
I know I say that every day.
Throw me a cigarette, man.
I wake up, I kiss the mirror, and I say, thank God we live in Southern Ontario.
So to answer your question, no, we're not.
Also, sorry to catch up. No. Okay, what are you, fucking Dylan Sprouse? Like, fucking don't smoke during the interview.
I'm tired.
Yeah, you're tired. Ugh. Sorry. You're saying.
So, you guys have played Lee's Palace twice now?
We're going to be playing.
We have a show.
The second time,
August,
is August 12th, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys have nothing put out. A lot of other bands cannot say that they have done that before.
Yeah.
What do you credit that kind of luck to?
Well, I think we should credit where it's due. We were fortunate enough for the first time we played Lee's to be a part of a charity that was giving scholarships to queer students.
Mm-hmm.
And we were kind of connected to that through some people we knew. So that was just kind of right place, right time. I think I think we like kind of proved that we deserve or like that we're able to play a stage like that when we played that show.
Everything up until then led to
but I am very thankful for that opportunity. And I think the second time around, I don't know, we've done it before, so we can do it again.
Yeah, like we just worked like ourselves a lot and like just showed ourselves to be just very like nice and also like very competent and like caring people within the scene that other people wanted to be acquainted with and surrounded by. And I think that's a big thing that led us to have some opportunities like this. Yeah.
And why should people come out to see your show?
Because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I think that's just the biggest thing. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun for us.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's a lot of fun for everybody else.
And like we encourage a lot of people, like say if it's like their first like kind of like local show, be like, hey, come out. And like we make shows where people feel safe and embraced and like they can just be who they are, and that's the biggest sense of like biggest like pride I take from all of our shows.
Right?
We fucking love local music. We love fucking Toronto. We love the scene. We just want to keep on making it.
You just love Southern Ontario.
I just love Southern Ontario.
Yeah, not to like position ourselves as like arbiters or whatever, because we're definitely not. But I think we look really hard into people that we're going to be working with, and we've said no to a couple of things that we didn't think would be the best experience for people or the safest experience for people. So yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk about the song? Good point.
Yeah, so can we talk about the single?
Yeah, talk about the single.
Yeah, for sure.
You want to talk about the origin of it?
Yeah, for sure. So our first song coming out is Joni on July 27th. As of now, that is just the best encapsulation of who we are
Yeah.
and what we sound like, and it was a big thing for us to keep the song sound just like super authentic to how it is on stage. Like how we mentioned before, we rented out a sound stage and recorded the entire thing live, and then we got it in the 10th take. What is it? The 10th take?
Yeah,
it was?
9th or 10th, yeah.
9th or 10th take, and
It was really early in the morning.
yeah, it was like fucking.
It's like noon or something.
Yeah, it was like new, pretty early. And yeah, I don't know. The songs I'm just super proud of, and I'm really excited for people to hear who haven't been able to come to the shows. And yeah, I don't know. You guys have anything to say?
How did you feel coming into the song as
Yeah.
someone who, where the song had been drummed on before? Because I think it definitely changed when you got in.
Yeah,
In the best way,
I always
yeah.
just like listen to so much material, and then like I try, like I'm not gonna, even if I try to like do exactly what like Saba did, like it's not gonna be the same. So you know, I kind of like lean into like whatever I feel sounds good, and then if you guys think it sounds good, then keep it, and then if not, because it hasn't sometimes, you'll tell me, and then I'll change it up.
It brought way more of like a swing to it. I think before it was like a punk drummed song.
Yeah.
And with your like background as like a jazz drummer, I think it definitely like loosened it up and like,
Got some
made
groove
it
to it.
Yeah, it made it just
much
like,
needed.
kind of swing in nicer.
It just adds to what like I
And
don't
then
know.
the double time at the end was a recent addition that
Yeah,
we put in the
that's
recording.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is cool.
No, yeah, it just adds to it. Like me and Kirk, we can only go so far in songwriting. It's what we do as a band that makes it what a Connie song is.
Yeah.
And yeah. Do you have any thoughts, do you, Martin?
Oh, look at him, he's thinking, bro.
He's thinking,
No,
King
I
of
think-
Gods.
You guys summed it up pretty well.
Thanks, man.
Connie group hard.
Connie group hard.
So awkward. My ass is just completely out.